the end of another college football season, one of the grand traditions is paying tribute and respect to those who have just poured their souls into the success of this program and honor the seniors on Senior Day. As we'll see, the number 3 team in the country, the North Carolina Tar Heels, taking on another team from the ACC, the Virginia Cavaliers. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth, as always, by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's tee this one up. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's able to work his way on the return up to the 23 before he steps out of bounds. So Virginia's offense will get the first swing of the game. In college football in the South, no one's been going at it longer than these two.
From an historical standpoint, this is one of the great rivalries in all of college football. UNC, Virginia, and it doesn't matter whether or not national championships are on the line. These two teams do not like each other.
And it's called the South's oldest rivalry. And here's the thing, national championships might not be on the line in football like they are in basketball, but pride dang sure is.
Into a mass of giant bodies, we'll call it a 1-yard gain to the 24. This rivalry runs really deep, guys. It's the 3rd most played in the FBS.
That's crazy, Reese. It's just crazy to think about all the rivalries across college football. And I love the orange and blue and the baby blue and this showdown every year.
They've been playing since 1892, man. That's a long time, and that's something that I think fans, players, and coaches are aware of. This game is very special.
3rd down, and they'll need 2 on this initial drive of the game. Motion from the offense. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. The Cavaliers line up to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. The Tar Heels offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for the...
Oh, they knock it free! And the defense jumps on it, and they get that turnover.
You just wonder about this guy's confidence right now. After fumbling in his last game, he's just fumbled again now. He seems like he's a little bit unsure of himself, and because of that, if you're the offensive coordinator, how many more times do you want to go back to this guy in this game?
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Loses 2. Brings up 2nd down.
After getting knocked back to open this drive, it's 2nd and 12. To throw, it's Calandria. Throwing right. That is just a sideline credit. Throw, catch, toe drag, everything you want.
There's just so much chemistry between this quarterback and his receiver, and you saw it right there, down the perimeter, trying to work the boundary. Just put it somewhere near him. He'll catch it, he'll get a foot down, and help out his offense.
And he's able to shed 1 tackle and pick up pretty good yardage.
It's really frustrating when you get a guy in his spot. He's in the hole. He's there to do his job. And you can't get the guy on the ground. That's your job. Get him on the ground. You know, especially a guy that's not a huge back.
And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15.
That middle linebacker just wanted it more, man. He came right up the middle. He was able to beat and cross the offensive lineman's face and work his way to the QB.
Trying to move the sticks on 3rd down through the air. They'll run the screen. And he motors into the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia! They can use this first score to sort of set the tone, guys, in this rivalry matchup.
Man, doesn't this feel good to come out, score early, get the crowd involved, get the nerves out of the way, Palmer, when you're playing in a big rivalry game.
Yeah, and I feel like momentum's always a big thing in any game, but in rivalry games, it's that much more important because everybody is going to feed off that first score.
North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, and you've got to lock in.
So after the first down run, here's second down. They'll try the right side. Got room at the 35. Lowers those pads. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Defense is going to have their hands full trying to stop this guy. They better rally to the football and get multiple hats because he is not easy to bring down.
That big play is just what they needed. Now they have it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Crosses the 30. He's got to lay it. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line. It'll be first down.
Every offense wants to be able to run the ball and be physical, especially on first down. And you want to create 2nd and short, 3rd and short, or just get first downs like that run right there.
Sometimes people say, if you're good enough, what's the big deal about going on the road? Well, if you're not careful, you might find out in a spot like this one, guys.
Yeah, no doubt about it. This is a hostile environment, and you know you're going to be getting the opponent's A game for this one. They've circled this one all off.
Got enough space. He'll be brought down at the 3-yard line. An explosive play in the passing game has him on the doorstep.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front of him so he can catch it on the run in stride and then turn upfield to use his speed.
Slams it ahead. And he takes it to the house. Touchdown, UNC! Lining up to add another. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
And no chance at a return. Here they'll start this drive at their own 25. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop, Jesse, and they're going to try to do it again right here.
And if you're this play caller, you're loving what's happening right now because everything you dialed up on that last drive ended up working out. You're just looking at your play sheet. Everything you're picking is working. Let's see if they can pull it off again here.
Early in the game, I love getting my quarterback in a rhythm. Easy pitch and catch. You've thrown them 4,000 times. Not big shots, but just put you in nice positions on the next downs coming up.
Here on 2nd and short. From the gun, running back on the move. Not much he could do there. Does pick up 2 to the 34.
And the running back didn't get much there. Nice job by the defense. You can tell they're focused in on this running back, on this run game, being physical, getting knockbacks, and limiting his carries.
On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. And the Cavaliers will bring the punt team onto the field. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. No return coming. He'll call for the fair catch. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. A strike downfield. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
Well, Reese, you and I were talking about this before the game. How is this defense going to be able to deal with all the speed they have offensively? You saw them just rip off a big play.
And, Jesse, now their head's spinning just a little bit. Give up a big chunk play, and it's right back at them. Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. Throws for the tight end. Nice defensive play to get a hand in there and knock it away. There was nothing but joy on Franklin Street, and the sky was Carolina blue as the heels rolled in the last meeting.
Yeah, they took care of business. It didn't look like much of a rivalry. I know this game's been played a lot, but last year, it wasn't really a game, Jesse.
Yeah, there's tons of emotion, but only happy feelings for UNC. They started fast and they finished strong. You know, it's funny. I know running backs oftentimes are afterthoughts when it comes to the passing game, but when you think about it, this guy's been making people miss his entire life taking handoffs. So why wouldn't you try to get him involved in the passing game as well? You just saw in that last play how dangerous he is after the catch.
Offenses gain momentum with third down conversions like that. They've got it at the 25. And the Tar Heels are on the move. On the move. It's Green. They make the stop, but this running game moves the chains as they get the first down. Absolutely nothing settled. Deadlocked after one period of play as we have a look at the stats. They'll try to open this quarter by sticking it in the end zone here. With the run on 1st and goal. Dragged down at the 6 after a pickup of 2. Defense trying to come up with a stop on 2nd and goal. He's looking to throw. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6.
Well, that last incompletion is a good example of why your timing has to be so good as a quarterback, because the windows, they open and they close so quickly in this part of the field.
Looking for the touchdown on 3rd and goal. He caught it. And that completion good for a short game, but they still have some work to do to pick up the first down.
Right there, I think you need a better play call. You got to help your quarterback out a little bit because the throw has got to at least make it to the sticks. On that last play, you're basically trusting.
Quarterback sneak for the touchdown.
Man, that's so frustrating as a defense. You get him to 4th and goal. The quarterback's under center. You got a good chance you know what he's doing, but they just get enough push up front. Quarterback finds a little bit of a crease, and the ball crosses the plane, and they get the touchdown on 4th and goal.
And he puts through the extra point. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Just into the end zone, and he'll bring it out. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. The last time we saw this offense, we had to look quick. It was a 3-and-out, Jesse.
They just had no rhythm in that last drive. So someone's going to have to step up and make a play, David, and get this thing going.
Yeah, let's find some juice. Find your guy. Find those plays that you know you can run inside out, forward, backwards. Get some first downs. Get some positive momentum.
The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
You know, you got to be careful as a QB throwing to your running back in man coverage. If there's a linebacker draped all over him, then that ball's not going anywhere. And you just saw it right there. Better play by the defense.
After getting nothing done on the last one, this is a big play. 2nd and long from the 11. Looking to throw, it's Calandria. Using the quick game. They make the stop right there. Good pickup. It's still short of the first down.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
Hit as he throws. Got him downfield. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking to him on critical down and distances. There on that third down, there was no question. It wouldn't have mattered if he was single covered, double covered, man, zone. That's where he was going with it, and the big-time playmaker outside picks up the first.
And defense nowadays, they don't look at stats of what is the yards per rush. They look at how many negative plays they can create. Because why? Now you look at second down, man, it just became very predictable for this offense. Nice job creating the loss on first down.
Caught on the outside, it's Ward. And he'll run across the sidelines after the good gain. Now on third down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and fourth down's coming. The Cavaliers will send out the punt unit.
On to kick it away.
On the return, it's Ferguson. He gets it up to the 34-yard line before he stopped, and that's where the offense will set up shop. Okay, so here comes the offense returning to the field. Jesse looking to take it down the field for back-to-back touchdowns.
I think it's really important for them moving forward, too, to have a lot of balance, right? You want to be able to keep this defense guessing, Paul.
Yeah, and you got me searching for answers after that last drive. You stack another drive on top of this, their defense's heads are going to be spinning all over the place.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. The Tar Heels are stopped, but not before getting it past the sticks.
Well, it's not a home run, but it's just enough by the running back to move the chains.
Now they'll line it up from the 44 on first and 10. He wants to throw. Intercepted. Those kind of plays can be huge for momentum. Even with the short return, they're set up at the 45.
Tell you what, defensive players don't always see where the ball is. They see the receiver and they get to chase him, but really good job seeing where the receiver is, going and making an interception, making a big play, getting the ball back to your offense.
Giving him his pass. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop.
Nice job by the running back, catching the football and understanding where the first down marker was. I got to go get that first down. He did a nice job of it.
And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Keep pounding away at this defense and make them play the run. If you can get this many a chunk, they're going to have to commit more guys to the box, more guys to the run. Then you open it up for the passing game.
Powers through the defender. Wrestled to the ground after picking up the first down.
You don't always have to run the sexy plays, right? It doesn't have to always be up-tempo and fast and spread and doing all this stuff. Sometimes you just lower your shoulder. Sometimes you just run powerfully. You get the first down, and that's all that matters.
And the Cavaliers have it with a first and 10. They go to the ground. He is smashing people. He pushes his way down to the floor as they get closer and closer.
And a nice job by the offense kicking up the blitz, understanding that extra guy was coming, and creating just a little bit of a hole for that running back to slither through and get some positive yards.
From the shotgun, the inside give. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? And part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
Pressure coming. And that one's going to be over everybody's head and incomplete.
Third and short in college football today, you see so much more pass than you used to. The offense stays aggressive, and I think they stay aggressive because they know they're in field goal range. They got that 3 in their back pocket.
Absolutely perfect. So the kickoff team is out there ready to boot it away after putting up a field goal. Let's see what the defense can do. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. One of the most valuable things a quarterback can have, David, short-term memory. Just forget that last pick.
You're dang right. Clear the mechanism. It's over, move it behind. Some players can't do that real well, and it leads to more mistakes, Jesse. You got to just forget about it and move on.
And I think the coaching staff can help him too, David. I think you can get the running game going here and also give him some easy throws.
It's the 2-minute warning, and we'll see if the offense can tack a little something extra on their lead before the break. They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. Wide receiver shows motion. Quarterback touch pass on the jet sweep. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Good pickup there as he gets the first down, and they'll mark him at the 48.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outfly.
Fires into traffic. It's picked off. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. And the freshman just showed those great ball skills and snatched it right out of the air.
This is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision.
Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field. And they got him for the sack.
How nice is it as a defense when you can drop 7 guys into coverage, only rush 4, and still get home? That makes you feel good if you're the D coordinator.
The first down sack pushes the ball back for this long 2nd down. Back to pass, it's Calandria. Coming after it. Good job to toss that ball out of bounds and avoid the loss. They've made 3rd down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. To the ground with the back. At the 40, there he goes. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down.
3rd and long, I'm thinking bring in extra DBs, play for the pass, rush the passer, and this offense flips the script, runs the football right at him. Nice job by this offense catching him off guard, making the big play, getting the first down with the run.
Getting some heat. And the defense gets to the quarterback. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
And that's what I like most about this defense. When you try to take shots and make big plays, they get to the quarterback. They get him on the ground. Their 3rd sack of the day. And this is a unit that ranks in the top 10 in sacks in the country.
This pass rush has just been relentless, and you can bet your bottom dollar they're about to bring the heat again. Wide open downfield. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. The Cavaliers will call on their punt team. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Everybody stays in their lanes well enough, and they stop him at the 31-yard line. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. Mistakes are going to happen, as they did on that last drive. Now, how will they respond, Jesse?
And this is the kind of guy who's going to take full accountability. That was my bad. That's on me. I'm about to lead this offense now down the field to score some points.
Dang, Palmer, I wish I would have played with you. I didn't play with many quarterbacks that were just like, yeah, my bad. Hey, guys, I got this. Sorry about that. It was more, you should have ran a better route.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. So they're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
He's back to throw on 2nd down. He spins that thing down the middle. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. And he'll take it all the way. way. They couldn't bring him down. Touchdown, Tar Heels.
Yeah, coming into the game, you look at the stats and you say top 10 offense in scoring, so they better be able to create what? Explosive plays. Another explosive plays. They've been doing it all year long. Those plays are backbreakers. Defenses just can't contain this offense.
Looking for blockers. And the returner runs out of real estate as he goes down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. Now you find out just how much of a gunslinger you are. Will you roll the dice here late in the half, Dave?
And you know the defense is going to be really, really conservative, so I think it's an opportunity to be able to take a shot, see how much of a chunk you can get before then you decide really, Jesse, how you want to finish the half.
You just can't turn it over and throw a pick if you're the quarterback here. You have got to be so smart. You're going to be aggressive with your decision.
I'll tell you what, if you want to be overzealous, if you want to be a blitzer all the time, I like running the screen right behind him. Did a great job throwing the screen. Almost broke this one for a long game, but it just keeps the defense a little bit more honest if you want to start bringing a lot of pressure.
That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Guys, think of all the big-time players who've been a part of this game, and we have a few more vying for that status so far today in an always emotional duel between the Heels and the Who's. And we have to start this halftime breakdown by addressing the play of this elite wide receiver. This is clearly a young man who, once he's finished playing on Saturdays, he's going to be playing on Sundays. The kid has different gears. He has a knack for finding gaps in the defense. And I can't remember a college player with that kind of catch radius.
Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They have the lead to start the third quarter, but I'd imagine ball security was a topic at halftime.
Yeah, and I think you take the lead and you try to stay optimistic with your team, but you also say, guys, if we had taken care of the football, this lead would be even bigger. We might have already knocked them out already, Palmer.
It's just about eliminating the mistakes at this point. You're right. This thing would be over if they hadn't shot themselves in the foot. So ball security, that is at a premium as this game goes on.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. He's looking to throw. Feeling the heat as he lets it go. He's got it on the left. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see which way that's going to go.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. You simply can't do it, and the referee's caught it.
Boy, as a defense, you hate to just hand out first downs on a penalty. He's looking to throw it. Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it was worth the gamble, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, that one falls incomplete. That hasn't happened a whole lot today, though. This dude has been lighting this defense up with his speed. He showed great hands. He just weren't able to come down with that one.
On 2nd down, he'll try to make the connection this time. He's got it at the 30. The expressway is wide open. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, North Carolina! They want to finish the season strong, and man, are they doing that here in this Week 11 performance. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Texas has just had no answers today. They are getting barbecued right now. This team simply does not look prepared, and at this level, you can't have that. They're trailing by 28 to Notre Dame. Just another week of college football where we've come to expect the unexpected. Fellas?
Thanks for the update on that one. Kevin, let us know when it goes final. 3 tight ends in the formation on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Quick handoff. Good vision and determination there to find his way up to the 23.
You want to talk about making it easy for an offensive coordinator. You pick up a bunch of yards on first down, make that second down really, really manageable. That's a great job by the offense.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. He'll do it himself. Nowhere to run on that one. He loses 4 on the carry.
I got to be honest, I am shocked at just how well the defense has played in this game, especially stopping the run. We talked about statistically how they've struggled this season, but they have put the clamps down in this one, and they're just playing with a ton of intensity.
3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. The sure hands, it's Ward. There to make the tackle, but the big throw is good enough to give them a first down.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown. That was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on 3rd down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Finds his man. It's Gibson. He's brought down. Solid pickup, but a little bit short of the first down.
Great job by the quarterback thrown against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him over.
And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
You wonder now on offense, have they found something in the run game? Finally, it's been tough for them to get the run game going, but they picked up a nice gain on that last one. Let's see if they go back to it.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
When you talk about outstanding pass rushers, you're always talking about dynamic guys, and he's been that each and every week for this defense. Speed, he's got power. You just simply can't block him, and that last play is his 10th sack of the season.
After the big first down sack, it's 2nd down. Back to throw, it's Calandria, feeling some heat. And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
Well, we've seen this offense struggle early in this game, protecting the quarterback. They went in at halftime, thought they'd made the right adjustments, but it's not looking like it right now. They're still having issues keeping this guy standing up straight. Up front, they're just getting beat across the board.
On 3rd and long, you'll need to push it downfield. Plenty of time as he fires it to the right. And he was on his way. Gets it all the way to the 38.
How great is it to have a running back who can basically run your entire route tree? You don't see a lot of guys line up and then run vertically down the field, get open, and make a big play. This dude is special.
And the Cavaliers come to the line with a new set of downs. Caught behind the line. It's Gibson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
Well, if you're going to get first downs against this defense, you're going to have to earn it. You're going to have to make people miss. This is an excellent tackling unit. You saw it on that last play.
On 2nd down, just keeps firing. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
And the defense at this point understands that the offense is going to have to try to throw the football, all right? They already got a lead, so they're now pinning their ears back and getting after this guy, trying to get him to the ground.
Throws to the wideout. Caught over the middle. It's Ward. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop.
There's a reason 3rd down is called the money down. What a great find by the quarterback. Great job finding his receiver. At the end of the game, you look at 3rd down percentages. It tells a huge story, and it goes a long way in deciding who wins a football.
From the gun, they'll try to impose their will. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Cavalier. Well, they started with horrible field position, but ended with perfect field position in the middle of the end zone.
It all comes down to execution, Reese. You've got to have guys going out and doing their jobs. You saw the offensive line out in front. They were physical. Skilled players made it happen with the ball in their hands, and the quarterback really showed command on that last drive.
From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After standing on the sideline and watching that long touchdown drive, they really need to put something together to give their defense a rest.
And that's a real thing, man. Like, you played a lot of plays, you get worn out. You need a chance to go decompress on the sideline, get some oxygen. Palmer, now it's on this offense.
Yeah, this is the definition of complementary football because it's a two-pronged problem. You've got to score points and answer, but you've also got to take your time and give your defense an opportunity to get their win.
They get him stopped at the 32. That's a gain of 4.
It's the MO of this offense, and they really put a lot on the offensive line to go out and really try and establish their dominance and their assertiveness, and they've done a good job of that early in this game running the football.
Faced with a 3rd and short from their own 32 to keep this drive alive. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line. When your best is demanded on a big stage like this against a rival, he has delivered, cracking the 150-yard mark.
No doubt about it. What do we say? Big-time players make big plays in big games. The games don't get bigger than this for this team right here, and this guy, David, has shown up today.
And it's so nice as a coach to have that dude that you know you can count on. He'll put up big numbers, and he's been carrying this offense.
Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. And he's knocked down, but not before moving the chains.
And just went with something very easy, very reliable. Flip it forward, let your receiver do the rest. I only got to get a few yards. Nice job, nice execution. First down.
Off play action on first down. He makes the connection. He's there to make the stop, but the damage has been done as they pick up the first down on the throw and catch. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Movement here from the tight end. Quarterback quick pass to the receiver. Headed to the end zone. Touchdown, UNC! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house. And with the extra point, they're on top by 18. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they top it off with a 31-yard toss for 6. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be dragged down. Virginia sending its offense back onto the field. Last time they had it, they took it down the field for a touchdown. They can build some confidence that they can go back-to-back scoring drives here.
Yeah, and remember, it's not uncommon for offenses to find themselves as the game goes on. They had some things not go their way early, but they found something last drive, David. Let's see if they can build on it.
Yeah, you just pick and pick and pick until you find that place where you're like, okay, this is an advantage I have. They clearly found that dude. They score here. We're in for a ball game.
From the gun, running back gets to give. And as they get him to the ground, clock running, looks as if time will expire here in the 3rd. Guys, we've reached the end of the period, and North Carolina's on top. Let's take a quick look at the national rankings to see how this playoff race is shaping up. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. Now facing a 3rd down as they line up after the break. They'll try to get the first through the air. They're working that left side. He couldn't find anywhere to go, and now it's 4th down.
And man, that is not the 3rd down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a 4th down now.
On 4th down, looking to pass. He's got him, and they convert. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's 1st down.
I'll tell you, you cannot count this team out because of who's playing quarterback. When this guy's in the game, it's never over. Yeah, they're trailing here in the 4th quarter, but this dude can put up points quickly.
Got it on the outside. It's Gibson.
I love the anticipation on that throw by the QB on the out route. You got to throw it before the receiver comes out of his break. Nice work.
On 2nd down, he'll fire. He's going to let one fly down the middle. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Calls his own number. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels.
Listen, the offensive coordinator's best friend in the red zone is the running game. Make guys commit near the line of scrimmage so I can throw behind. This defense is good, but I'm going to challenge them. I'm going to try to be the more physical team. I love it.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
And this defense came to play. They know about the high-profile QB. They rose to the challenge and dominated the competition today. They took care of business, and they made no doubt about who's the better football team.
Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. 4th down attempt coming. And makes the grab in the end zone. Touchdown, Virginia!
One of the areas they really focused on with this receiver in the offseason was, we need you to make more plays for us in the end zone. We're taking shots. We need you to be able to step up and make tough catches. And David, what a grab right there.
And I think a lot of that has to do with trusting your guy, knowing where he's going to be, knowing when he's going to sit down, when he's not. So being on the same page, and then having a guy that can go get it. Just when the ball is near him, he's going to make the play, just like he did right there for 6 points.
Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Now they need to put something together to answer that last score.
There's a lot of pressure, too, on this offense to have to execute at a high level. They've got to score points, David, but they can't go too fast because their defense right now is tied.
And I think that's the difficulty being a play caller. Like, I have to balance all of those things. My defense is a little bit tired. I can't put on the field, but I got to be aggressive because this is a back-and-forth type game, so a lot to process and think about.
Going with the ground game left. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
And a nice job by the running back, finding space, getting downhill, making the good run. Great job finishing with his pads.
Big 3rd down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. They'll try to keep this clock moving on the ground. Nice job to get it past the sticks, and they get him down at the 35.
And obviously, this is one of the best offenses in the country, and it's because they get first downs. Top 10 in the nation picking up first downs. How nice is it to know you can turn around, hand it off to that guy right there, and let him go to work.
And the Tar Heels will snap it on 1st and 10. They've been running it, but now the pass. Snagged in the middle. It's Green. They make the stop after the catch, and still some work to do to pick up that 1st down.
I love an offense that wants to stay aggressive. Even when you've got the lead late in a game like this, right, you still try to find your playmakers and get them the ball in space, and that is exactly what this offense is doing.
Here comes the offense on 2nd down. From the gun, he leads it with the back. Gets it to the 46-yard line. 1st down for this offense.
No mystery on that play. With the lead, we are going to run the ball. You know it's coming, and we are running right at you, right into the teeth of the defense, and they're still able to get a nice game.
Wide receiver now comes in motion. Touch pass on the run. We'll give him a couple on that one. 2nd and 8 coming up.
And these little touch passes, man, they're just the easiest completions ever for quarterbacks. Palmer, I bet you would have loved being able to just flip it forward. That counts as to your completion percentage, which is good. And then it's all run after the catch, so pretty easy for a QB.
You wouldn't have been the only All-American in this booth, David, if I were allowed to have push passes when I was playing quarterback. I'll tell you that. It is so hard to defend. It's so hard to seal that edge, especially when this guy's full speed ahead coming around the outside.
We've reached a 2-minute warning, and this offense will be quite content just to drain the rest of the time away. Now on second down. Fast motion from the offense. With jet sweep pass. Crosses the 10. Oh, look out. There he goes. And he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tar Heels. They tack on another score, and how about the way this team has responded to a loss and now about to move to 9-1. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
Guys, right back to your game after we update the nation on this one. Alabama opened up a can, and how many times can you say you went into someone else's house and beat them by double digits? It's what happened today, and the rest of college football should take notice. The circle of life in college football, where one team moves on feeling like kings, and the other heads home licking its wounds.
Yeah, how about that? Sounds as if they had a good ball game there. Kevin, thanks for the update.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Back to throw, it's Calandria. He's got him this time. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. The offense gets a quick timeout. At this point, every second is precious. They'll snap this one from the 32. It's first down. Looking to move it through the air. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man downfield. And they exploited that soft spot, and they get it down to the 35. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running. He'll just keep slinging it. Quarterback feeling that pressure, and he's knocked down at the 42. The Cavaliers want to crank the tempo. Looking to throw on second down. And this defense goes back-to-back sack, Jack. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play, trying to preserve every minute possible. And whatever they did on first and second down, don't do that anymore. Third and very long coming up. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Fires into traffic, picked off. Taking it the other way. He's out of bounds, showing off the hands on the pick, and then the nifty moves on a terrific return.
Heat up them pass rushers, bring in them DBs. That's what I'm doing in this situation. When I got the lead by a couple scores late in the ball game in the fourth quarter, I'm going to rush the passer like crazy. I'm going to put all those DBs back playing the pass. That's what happened. Great job understanding they're going to have to take shots. We get the interception. This one's almost over.
Lost one deep down the right side. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I'm a little bit surprised they're still throwing the football here this late in the game with this kind of lead. They're on first down, taking a shot, falls incomplete, but obviously they're still seeing matchups that they want to take advantage of in the back end of this defense, so they're letting it fly.
2nd and 10 after the previous play. Makes the grab on the left. Finding open areas. Touchdown, North Carolina! And the stomping has commenced. That score will give them a little more room to operate here in the fourth quarter as they go for their 6th straight win. The Tar Heels putting their foot down as they start to pull away from the Cavs.
North Carolina raising up, meeting the Cavaliers in this rivalry game and doing exactly what they want to do.
Well, they're just making more plays, and they just seem like they are locked in. From the opening whistle, UNC has been the team ready to go.
And the returner goes down. Virginia has it back. The Cavalier offense headed to the field. This offense has pretty much been stuck in the mud the entire game. It's been a frustrating performance, Jesse.
Yeah, and listen, you can't be hanging your head just yet. This game's not over. This coaching staff is still evaluating their players. So if you're on the field right now, you've got to finish this game. You've got to try to prove something to them.
Well, the game is over, to be clear. They're not coming back. But I hear what you're saying. Keep fighting. Keep showing your coaches it matters. And maybe find something positive here late that you can build on for the weeks to come.
Got his man quickly. And they pick up just a few on that completion. Offense will use a timeout with 28 ticks remaining.
Well, and here's the problem offensively. Because you're trailing by so much so late in the game, the defense now is going to be playing big zone coverages, and they're going to allow you to throw the ball underneath in the middle of the field, rally to make a tackle, and bleed the clock. It's good.
And this sophomore able to wreak some havoc and get the sack.
The defense puts the exclamation point on the day. They have had a wonderful day, man, doing everything great. Just, you could tell they were dialed into what was going on, and now just throw another sack in the equation, hitting the quarterback, being disruptive. They've been all over the field. And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time.
They'll start this drive and snap it from the 40. Quarterback checking off. Comes out throwing on first down. He hurls one deep down the left side. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
And that's a good stop for this defense. And listen, there hasn't been a lot of positive today, but let's finish this game strong. I think that'll be the message from the defensive coordinator. Can we get a stop? Can we get them off the field? I know lots went wrong, but this.
He lofts it high and deep down the left side. And as the ball falls incomplete, the clock strikes 0. No matter how much college football changes, realignment, all of that kind of stuff, rivalries are consistent, and winning rivalry games, well, that's just the best.